My name is Moses KAYONGO, the founding managing director of Genesis 215 Estates Limited. We are located in Kampala on Goma Road, Kalowa Towers, room F211. I want to welcome you to this series of our educative talk where we are passing on some knowledge to our clients. Countless people have found problems, have encountered difficulties while transacting or purchasing land. Today, in this series as we begin, we are going to be talking about a number of things. One, some things that we have experienced out of what we have gone through ourselves and from the stories that we've shared, we've listened to from the clients that we are supporting. Now, Genesis 215 Estates Limited is a real estate company, a management consulting company for anyone who's interested in one, buying and selling property. Two, managing your property. If you're around, if you're away, we can be able to help you manage your property. Three, we are doing services that are related to surveying. We in our company have registered surveyors that we are using to be able to help our clients in that area. Four, we are also managing and helping protect properties for people who are actually not using them right now, or who are not developing them, or who are actually not in the country today or in Uganda, and they need someone to be able to have an eye on their property and be able to give them an update, that is protection, but at the same time develop this property as and when the need arises and depending on the budget. Now, this is a very important service among all services that we are offering to you out there. I'll also want to talk about something in our introduction, what we call the property supermarket. Like any other supermarket that we all know, we have set up an environment where, or a market situation where different sellers have come to us when they have their properties on sale. And we know that out there are many people who are looking for these properties as well. The difference here is it's an organized environment where we have done the due diligence of this property that is being put up for sale. And then we know that the buyer might not have much of the time, but at the same time they might not have much of the knowledge about the property that has been put on sale. This is where the property supermarket has come in to help anyone who is intending to, one, sell. There is a market platform which you can use, online and physical. And then for anyone who wants to buy, there is an online platform where you can be able to come and look at the property. And that is how simple this exercise is. So we are going to talk about improper due diligence. We have had very many people who have made a mistake of not doing the right analysis, finding out the right owner, finding out if there are wrangles, if there are situations that are going to affect the sale. Now, when someone wants to buy land, they need to look at certain details. Due diligence that one has to do when the property they want to buy is private mile land. For private mile land, one, you must know the block number and the plot number. And this, by knowing the block and plot number, you have got to confirm. What process does one go through when they're going to confirm the block and plot number? They have to write a letter or request at the registry at the lands office, request the registrar of lands office in whatever area they are in, and they put in a request to get details. Now the registrar will write for you. Now that's what we call a search letter. You have got to make a request and then they will reply to you in writing. You will pay 10,000 to the bank to be able to get that done. Now, once you have that such letter, you have got to be able to get some details that are going to come with it. One, there will be a name for the property. There will be 2, the block number confirmed from the land registry. 3, there will be the plot number registered, and then you are going to know what we call encumbrances. Are there any loans that the owner of the property took? Are there any court cases that were registered? Is there any caveat that was registered to be able to deter anyone from accessing this property? Now, once everything is clear, there is no loan, the names are clear, now you have got to move to the next step. We have seen people who have done this at the end, but this should be one. As we do due diligence, the first thing that you need to do is to get that information from the registry, and then you can move on to the next step. What will the next step be? If you're buying it from an agent, if you're buying it from an owner of the property, they have got to take you to where the property is. Now, you will travel to wherever the land is, but I'm imagining the land is in Wakiso or wherever. You have got to travel with the agent or the owner of the property to the location of the property. You will be able to know that this is where the property is. One of the other things that you have to do, 3, your surveyor has got to confirm that this is the acreage and this is the boundary, what we call boundary opening. You have got to know. We have seen very many people who have made a very big mistake. They can tell you the property by show of eyes in this area, but by boundary opening it could be in another area. So we have seen very many people make such a mistake. So after the boundaries have been opened and you're now sure that this is where the property is, now you will go into the modalities, of course, of discussing how we're going to pay. Now, before you make any payment, remember, you have got to have an agreement that has got to be written to be able to know that these are the terms that you're going to go through to pay for the property and for the owner probably to vacate. Before you even do that, something else that you have got to do, where is what we call the duplicate land title. Now, the original land title is with the land registry. The duplicate land title is with the owner of the property. Now, here is also another very big mistake that people have made. You have got to know, you have got to see the property, the title itself physically. They can tell you it's with so and so, it's in the bank, I've kept it where. All those can lead to someone making a very big mistake. So here in the due diligence process, you must make sure that you see the land title physically. But it also means something else. You might not know the features because these days so many things have changed. The digital era has changed a number of things. So be sure that you know the different features currently that come with the new titles that are coming out. Or if it's an old land title, then you still have to know exactly what it is. Don't fall prey to a title that is fake. Now, once all that is done, then you remember someone took you there, but we're also reminding you, try to go there by yourself. It doesn't hurt. Because when you go there by yourself, you could be able to find out some more details from the neighborhood. These questions you might not ask when you are with me as an agent or you are with the person who's selling you the land. It might be difficult. And actually, if you ask, they could have stage managed some people around the property. So make sure that you know the direction to the property again, and you can take some time by yourself. When you go back, talk to the neighbors, find out, talk to any strangers around in the area, talk to the local authorities in the area to find out, are there any things that you should be able to understand that should not disturb your sale or should not disturb you as you buy this land. Now, after everything is sorted out, once you go taking these steps, you are going to see what we call red flags. You will get to analyze and understand if everything is okay, tick, tick, tick until the end. Now, you are probably ready to buy this property. Now, after you have done all the due diligence process, this is very important that you, the owner, take part in understanding the validity, the authenticity of the property that you want to buy. I want to end this series of improper due diligence by saying, take some time to be able to understand all these facts. You have got to build a fact file. Just listen, but take this as very, very serious information. Once there's something that you are really not so sure about, stop the process and then rewind and be able to understand. I want to thank you for listening to me. My name is Moses Nsereko Kayongo, the founding and managing director of Genesis 215 Estates Limited. We are in this series of what we have called the educative talk as we go into the area of property management. We are located on Nkuruma Road, Kalowa Towers, room F211. Thank you.